Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
My name is Michael.
Michael?
Nice to meet you. How are you doing? Mitch.
Michael.
You're Michael too? So call me Yao. My Chinese name is Yao.
Yao?
Okay, Yao.
Okay.
Yeah, so warmly welcome to the Forbidden City. And this is the East Palace Gate of the Forbidden City, which serves as the exit. What we got to do now is to walk another 5 minutes to the south entrance where we're going to get into the Forbidden City. Okay, the weather is nice.
Yeah.
It's sad that there might be the wind. Yeah, later. So far so good currently.
We're used to cold weather in Michigan, though.
Oh yeah, very similar here. Even colder than here. Is that right?
It is. Yeah.
Let's go this way. Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful place.
Oh, yeah.
Has the Michigan Lake frozen now?
Not yet.
Starting to.
Probably a thin layer of ice, but not yet.
Yeah, okay.
Have you been to Michigan?
Not yet.
You've been to the United States?
Only the West Coast.
Okay.
Yeah. I visited Florida once, but it's down on the south.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little bit different from the rest of the United States.
Oh,
is that right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, by the way, I suppose you have your passport with you.
Yes.
Okay, that's very important. So, by the way, this is Jade, my colleague. She's going to take some pictures of the videos of the tour.
Okay.
How long have you been staying here now in Beijing?
We came on Friday.
Yeah, Beijing. We got here on Friday. We're actually leaving today, heading down to Shanghai.
Okay, heading out to Shanghai. So this is the business trip.
Yes.
Have you done the Great Wall?
Yeah.
You saw the Great Wall?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Badaling we went to.
You went to the Badaling yesterday?
Yep.
I suppose there were many people on the Great Wall yesterday.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah, yes. Well, the weather was warm yesterday.
Yep. Yeah. It was windy there, too.
Yeah, windy. The Forbidden City right here on the right-hand side. The city has a history around 600 years.
Okay.
Yes, it has 600 plus years. We're gonna hang out in this place for a couple of hours. We'll be walking like 5,000 to 7,000 steps inside this place.
Okay.
Which city are you from?
Well, I don't know if I would call it a city. I'm from a small town, and we both work in a city. And Mike lives in a small town. It's a Native American word. I can't remember what it's for, what it means. But
So it's about 100 miles north of Detroit.
Okay.
So about a 2-hour trip.
Yes. Actually, the weather is supposed to be colder than this, but it's getting warmer and warmer.
Somebody yesterday said it's been pretty warm
Yes.
lately.
It should be colder. Should be.
Water go all the way around?
Yes, this is the moat.
Moat?
Yeah, to protect the Forbidden City, man-made moat, 52 meters wide.
That took a lot of man hours.
Yes, a lot. The construction of the Forbidden City involved into 1.2 million people.
Wow.
For 14 years to complete the whole complex. So the moat is part of the construction. Is this your first trip to China?
No, well, it is Mitch's.
Mine, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been here 5 other times.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever done any tours? Like the Great Wall tour?
We
Forbidden
walked
City?
in here, but we didn't have a tour guide.
Yeah, just on your own?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw today at a gas station, it looked like the price of the gas was 8 point something.
Yeah,
Is that 8 yuan per liter?
that's right. A1. More than Michigan, is that right?
A little bit more, but so 7 yuan is about $1, right?
Yeah, 7 yuan is $1. That's $1 liter.
Per gallon. It would be $3.80.
That's right.
And we're at about
$3.90, I think, last time I saw.
$2.90
$2.90, that was it.
$2.90.
or $3.10.
Okay. California is one of the most expensive states.
Yeah. But as I've traveled around the world, I've always noted the gas prices, and it's usually around $7 a gallon, like in Europe.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah.
And the dominant colors in the Forbidden City are yellow and red, while yellow symbolizes the emperor.
Okay.
Yeah, the centrality, the emperor, while the red is the color of the power. And also the lucky color. People were not allowed to use the color of yellow to decorate their house back in the day, which is the color used exclusively by the emperor.
So How old did you say this is? 600 years?
Yeah, 605 years, actually.
Did they have paint back then?
Yeah, all the time.
Really?
Yeah, all the time. Such as the building. The building. This is actually a part of the huge gate, repainted this year. This year is actually the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Palace Museum.
Oh.
So 500 years used as the living residence of the emperors, 100 years which has been used as the Palace Museum and open to the public. This is the 100th anniversary. The daily capacity of the Forbidden City is between 40,000 to 60,000. But today, this is not a very busy season. So I think today is there will be around 30,000 inside of the Forbidden City. So now we are officially inside of the Forbidden City.
Okay.
Later on, our major traveling route will be going along the central exit or along this meridian line. But the thing is, all the buildings in the middle still remain closed to the public, where we cannot get a very good look of those beautiful furniture displayed inside. So that's why our tour will start from a furniture hall right behind that building, where there are 300 beautiful furniture are being displayed. We can give them a very good look. This one, very similar to the ones being displayed in the middle. So first, let me walk you through a quick detailed tour on this map first. Here, let's stand in the sun to learn the information about this huge complex. We just entered this gate, the Meridian Gate. Meridian refers to the south or the midday sun, called the Meridian.
Okay.
And the south gate, called the Meridian Gate, and the most important buildings were built along this Meridian line.
So there's the bridges and then the one building.
That's right.
So there's a lot more buildings behind there.
That's right. By going through that gate, apparently Louis is not open. We're gonna take that gate. By going through that gate, we'll be seeing the biggest palace in the Forbidden City. So this is the biggest palace where the emperor celebrated the birthdays, the winter solstice, the Chinese New Year. But they didn't come to this area very often, only 3 or 4 times a year. They were hanging out most of their times in the inner court or in the harem, where their families, the ladies, resided. They spent most of the time in that area. So here we're going to see these ceremonial palaces. And in here we're going to see the living residence for the emperor and the empresses, the concubines back in the day, because the emperor normally had one empress, dozens or hundreds concubines, as well as thousands of pretty ladies. So a lot of those ladies, excuse me, a lot of ladies, they live in that area, live in this harem or inner palace. We're also going to visit this garden. This is the Emperor's Garden, Imperial Garden. This is the last major spot built along this meridian line. And then we'll be hanging out in this area to see the latest residence, where there's the living residence to accommodate that famous lady named Dragon Lady, Empress Dowager Cixi. She lived there for a long time. And this is the most important lady, most powerful lady at the end of the Qing Dynasty. And when we finish this part, we're going to take this gate out and to see this Empress Fitness Club, like the Empress Gym. And follow that passage to the end and then make our left to exit the Forbidden City from East Palace Gate over here. Okay, this is roughly about what we're gonna do in the Forbidden City for walking inside for 4 hours. And the size of the Forbidden City is 72 hectares. 72 is about 178 acres.
Okay.
It is also equivalent to the size of 100 soccer fields. Accommodates 9,317 rooms altogether in this huge complex. So if you want to stay inside and experience one individual room on an every night basis, it's going to take 24 years to experience them all. It is huge. It's truly a city. Okay, let's flip. Yeah.
You mentioned one of the dynasties, but did this go through more than one dynasty? Or?
That's correct.
Yeah. Which dynasty built it?
Ming Dynasty.
Ming, okay.
There are many dynasties out there in China's feudal period. The first one was started about 2,200 years ago. You ever heard of the terracotta warriors? Yeah, that's another one world wonder. That's a part of that emperor's tomb back to 2,200 years ago. And then when that dynasty collapsed, and then the dynasty followed by the Han, Jin, Sui, Tang, Song, Yuan, Ming, Qing. Many dynasties. So they were about 2,000 years
And they
apart.
all used this?
No, not here. Only last two. Only
Ming and Qing?
only last two dynasties. So the Ming and the Qing